Think about the platforms you interact with daily. You likely use Dropbox as a digital foundation to store and share your modern work. From there, you might move to workplace communication hubs like Slack to message your team. And if you write code, you're constantly pushing projects to developer ecosystems like GitHub. What operating system actually powers these massive networks? This chart shows the 90% market share Linux holds in public cloud infrastructure, alongside its total control over 100% of the world's 500 fastest supercomputers. Go back to the 1990s, and computing was a completely different landscape. The market was monopolized by closed, expensive, proprietary software, specifically Microsoft Windows. Then came Linus Torvalds. In 1991, he released the Linux kernel as a free open-source passion project. How did a free open-source project manage to displace the world's most powerful software giants and become the foundation of the modern internet? The computing scale shifted in 2006 when Amazon Web Services launched. This was the birth of cloud scale, requiring server infrastructure to expand indefinitely. Scaling up brought an immediate math problem. Proprietary operating systems charged mandatory licensing fees for every single server you plugged in. This chart compares Linux's $0 baseline against Windows Server, which is up to 2.6 times more expensive to run on AWS. Businesses running proprietary systems also faced vendor lock-in, trapped by restrictive agreements, making it financially difficult to move providers. Beyond the math, there was security. Linus's law suggests that because open-source code is public, a massive global community of developers is constantly hunting down and patching vulnerabilities. That community developed features like Security Enhanced Linux, or SE-Linux. It provided a robust access control system that gave cloud providers the stability they required to host multiple clients safely. $0 in licensing fees, combined with bulletproof, community-driven security, made Linux the only viable choice to build out the cloud. Today, modern cloud platforms have evolved past individual servers. They are complex webs of microservices, small, independent background programs that require constant, automated management. To handle this complexity, the industry adopted DevOps, a modern framework that merges software development and IT operations to build and maintain this infrastructure automatically. The ultimate orchestration tool is Kubernetes, along with tools like Docker and Terraform, built natively for Linux. This diagram shows a dense network of hundreds of interconnected nodes. 96.4% of these production Kubernetes clusters worldwide operate entirely on Linux. Linux uses powerful scripting languages like Python and Bash to automatically execute repetitive tasks, from scaling up computing resources during traffic spikes to running routine backups. Linux evolved from a simple operating system into the hardwired language of automation. If Linux vanishes, the cloud loses its ability to orchestrate itself. Fast forward to 2025, and an analysis of the big three cloud platforms reveals how absolute this victory has become. Google Cloud Platform leads the industry with a 91.6% Linux share, largely because Google invented Kubernetes, and its managed services rely entirely on Linux-based nodes. Over at Amazon Web Services, Linux commands an 83.5% footprint, running primarily on native distributions like Ubuntu and Red Hat. Then there is Microsoft Azure. Microsoft spent years as the fiercest antagonist to open-source software, building their early empire entirely on closed proprietary systems. This visualization illustrates the ultimate market irony. Over 60% of Azure's virtual machine cores now run Linux. Even Microsoft had to embrace its rival to survive. The economic reality of this shift is stark. Linux specialists command average salaries 40% higher than their proprietary counterparts, driving a global open-source market projected to hit nearly $100 billion by 2032. The 21st century's digital foundation grew from a free, open-source framework. This system proved so efficient that eventually even its most powerful proprietary rivals were forced to adopt it.
Master DevOps and cloud computing. Transition into DevOps. And structured path track your path forward. And structured path for class.